Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in. It's Rutherford Issues here from News Radio, WGNS. Happy you've joined us here this morning. 72 degrees in Murfreesboro, 73 up in Smyrna. Some clearing skies, some drier weather. You ready for that? You know, after spring fling, I said, rain, rain, however much you want, you know? But now my yard is saying, you know, I need a break. Actually, would like to breathe here. Maybe someone would, you know, cut the yard sometimes. I did get it in before this last little bit of rain, but we are going to have some drier times. We're going to talk about that and much more here today from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios. You know, thanks to Sharing Change, MTE members are making a difference just by rounding up their monthly bills to support local nonprofits. You can see how it works at sharingchange.org. Maybe you'd like to participate. You can round up those energy bills and give to local nonprofits right here in our community. With that being said, why don't we take care of our salutes today? You ready for this? Okay, so today's Tuesday, June 2nd, and the SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day is Helene Jefferson. Helene Jefferson, I think it is. Helene Jefferson. The SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day for always having a positive outlook on everything. Helene Jefferson today is getting a free drink of choice from our friends at 7 Brew Drive-Thru Coffee with locations in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Laverne. So that's 3 locations with 2 more before the end of the year in Murfreesboro being added. So 7 Brew's growing right here in our community. Had an iced mocha yesterday. Man, so good. So you want to get by and visit with our friends at 7 Brew. Today's Good Neighbor moment comes to you from SRM Concrete. They're locally grown, nationally known, and they believe in shining the light on the people whose everyday kindness builds a better future for us all. Join us in celebrating our community by texting NEIGHBOR to 615-893-1450 or just head to wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor to get those in, and we'll take care of it from there. Good Neighbor of the Day. We do it each weekday morning, so we could certainly use your help. Today's Rutherford Issues program over on Big G TV is made possible by our friends at Murfreesboro Medical Clinic. Improving community health for more than 7 decades, MMC provides accessible, cost-effective care from excellent physicians in advanced medical facilities. That's Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center. Soon to be opening a brand new location out there on Lascassas Pike. I think it's, you know, they're getting things ready, move-in ready. We've gotten to that phase. Ribbon cutting is next week, maybe 2 weeks. I know it's coming up soon. So this month, in the next few weeks. So congrats to our friends at MMC as they continue to grow to service our growing community. Birthday club. Let's, who is that today? Oh, Lynette Garrett. Lynette Garrett is today's birthday club winner. Congratulations, Lynette. And we know that she's got a daughter and two grandchildren, not great-great-grandchildren. Sorry, Lynette, you're my age. You can't have great-great-grandchildren. We're too young for that. But Lynette Garrett today is our birthday club winner. chosen out of all of those who were celebrating today. And we announced to everybody this morning at 8 o'clock. We do that each weekday morning. We announce all the birthdays and anniversaries for the day that we collect. And on Friday, we'll do Saturday birthdays and anniversaries. On Monday, we'll pull in the Sunday birthdays and anniversaries. Announce everybody at 8 o'clock. So we remind you during the wake-up crew a couple of times during the mornings that we're collecting those, and then give away some delicious banana pudding from Slick Pig to one person after we announce everybody. So, the cool thing is you get your name announced on the air, and we tell everybody. And I'm sure that people will say, well, I heard your name on WGNS, and so happy birthday to you. See? So we'll announce all the names, and one person gets to walk into Slick Pig and say, chest puffed out, I'm the birthday club winner. I'm here to collect on my winnings. So there you go. Help us with birthdays and anniversaries each weekday morning. It's as simple as texting in at 615-893-1450, or you can call and leave us a message. wgnsradio.com/birthday gets them here as well.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
A couple of retailers are reporting upbeat business for the recent quarter. Dollar General's sales rose. Shoppers were looking for affordable essentials, and it opened more new locations. It's raising expectations for the year, and the stock is higher. Also, Victoria's Secret is seeing its business turning around, helped by new, more comfortable styles and demand for its pink brand for teens and young adults. The stock's rallying. Amazon's Summer Prime Day has been moved back to June. This year it will be held June 23rd through 26th. Amazon's working around the World Cup and 250th anniversary of the U.S. The Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P closed at records yesterday. Crude oil prices have moderated. Brent crude at $93, West Texas Intermediate at 91. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Right now, the S&P 500 scales to fresh a new record high as NVIDIA leads chips higher. The S&P is up 17 at 7617. All green on the big board as the NASDAQ is up 67 points, 27,153. The Dow is ahead 149. 51,227.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Fox Weather.
Hi there, I'm Fox Weather meteorologist Craig Herrera with the latest from America's Weather Center. Nice day today across portions of the Great Lakes into the Northeast, going for about 78 in New York. Meantime, stormy conditions today all across the Dakotas, especially this afternoon and evening. Strong winds, some hail, and also the chance for the discrete cells to produce tornadoes, especially over portions of western North Dakota and South Dakota. Stronger winds extend all the way down into the eastern plains of Colorado, right over to western Kansas, western Nebraska, also into the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles and across eastern New Mexico. Now, some of the storms this afternoon extend really across the southeast from Texas all the way to the Gulf Coast states. Those should remain subsevere, just producing some rain at times. However, we'll watch an area over southern Alabama, southern Georgia, and into Florida where we could see some small hail and gusty winds with those storms this afternoon as well. Get your latest weather updates anytime, anywhere by downloading the Fox Weather app at foxweather.com.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
A peek outside the palatial studios of WGNS, and we've got a mix of sun and clouds. I would say probably still mostly cloudy. Satellite picture shows, a few more clouds, but there are some breaks in the cloud cover. Interstate's moving along pretty good as well right now. We'll take a look at our Rutherford weather radar. Currently 72 in Murfreesboro, 73 in Smyrna. Not another really nice day. It's a really nice day on tap after yesterday's rain.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see mostly sunny skies here for this afternoon with a high into the lower 80s. Winds out of the northeast around 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. And then for tonight, mostly clear with a low near 55. By Wednesday, we'll see sunshine, a high of 82 degrees. Thursday, plenty of blue skies and sun and a high around 84. Friday, we'll see some sunshine, high of 86 degrees. And on Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 86. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thank you, Jennifer, for the update. Here's a look at our Rutherford weather radar. And the video is the live camera at I-24 east of Sam Ridley Parkway. No problems out there right now. Looking pretty good. Let me get that on into the picture there a little bit for you so you can see. So that's what's going on there. And we can see the cloud cover as it's pushing through our area, and then more cloud cover upstream up in Kentucky and Missouri. That'll be kind of wafting through, but we do expect to see more sunshine than clouds today. And in terms of our outlooks, the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to be above normal temperature-wise. Next 8 to 14 days, another really good shot at being above normal temperature-wise. In terms of precipitation, about a 33% chance of being above normal the next 6 to 10 days in terms of wet weather. Of course, June is typically a pretty dry month, but we had such a dry spring. It's like maybe our spring got pushed. You know, those April showers are now June showers. The next 8 to 14 days looking like could be above normal precipitation as well. So that'll help put some hurt on the old drought monitor, if you will. How is that looking, by the way? That's one of those things that sometimes is a little more difficult for me to find, but I know that we're right there. There it is. It's right below that. And the current drought monitor showing a moderate drought for us here all across Rutherford County, with some spots of extreme drought in the state, but we had a lot of extreme drought before the recent rains, so it's definitely helping. But still drought conditions across much of Tennessee, including right here in Rutherford County, where we're still in that C2 drought area there. So, but hopefully some help with that is on the way. Those little boxes that you see are thunderstorm wind damage reports from yesterday. We had some moderate wind damage reports south. Kind of talked yesterday morning that we thought those storms, since kind of came in a bit early here for us yesterday, was going to push the stronger stuff further to the south. And you can see from those wind reports dotting the map all over Mississippi, Alabama, and southern Middle Tennessee. So they dealt with some strong winds from yesterday's storm activity, but looking pretty good out there here today. Don't forget to check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel. When we have severe and impactful weather, we're live on the channel to give you the latest information, tracking storms through Rutherford County. We can time storms out. We can give you times of arrival down to street level mapping, tell you where the storms are headed. We're doing that all live on the channel during severe and impactful weather. And, of course, during warnings, we're live on WGNS Radio as well on 101.9, 100.5, wgnsradio.com. And that's your Rutherford weather update this morning.
Turn your fingers into a microphone and talk back. WGNSradio.com is Rutherford County's online source for what matters to you. WGNSradio.com.
Time to check on the latest world news. Fox News Radio covers around the country and around the world for you now.
Iran can't hide behind a shield. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Secretary of State Marco Rubio just told senators that at a hearing, and that this is why the U.S. and Israel went on the attack. Iran's plans to secure a nuclear program if they built weapons.
They were going to build for themselves so many missiles, so many drones, so many conventional weapons, including a navy, that at that point, there's nothing you could do about it.
Now Rubio says Iran's ready to negotiate and make a deal with a blockade around its port still in place.
There is the prospect before us, which could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen next week.
Complicating that, another day of Israeli attacks on Hezbollah militants in Lebanon that's reportedly killed 8 civilians, while Hezbollah launched more rockets and drones into Israel. And Fox's Jeff Paul reports from Dubai.
Iran has yet to respond to the latest proposal that was sent to Tehran by the U.S. And given what's happening in Lebanon, negotiators in Iran don't appear to be in a huge huge hurry. In fact, Tehran has said if the strikes in Lebanon don't stop, there is a high probability of the current U.S.-Iran ceasefire ending.
Back to that Senate hearing, Democrat Jean Shaheen's critical.
Why does the Strait of Hormuz remain closed? Why is gas up $1.50? Why did 13 American service members lose their lives in this war?
And she's also demanding answers on the U.S. handling of Ukraine, hours after another Russian drone and missile bombardment killing at least 18 civilians.
Congress passed support for Ukraine. The administration has slow-walked it.
There's a new acting director of national intelligence. Bill Pulte takes over while continuing to do his other jobs, leading Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and directing the Federal Housing Finance Agency.
President Trump says Pulte has deep experience managing the most sensitive matters in America and managing $10 trillion at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Pulte replaces Tulsi Gabbard, who announced her resignation last month following her husband's rare cancer diagnosis.
Fox's Jared Halpern. It's primary day in 6 states. The closest watch races in California as Republican candidates try to make runoffs for governor and for mayor in Los Angeles. America's listening to Fox News.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
While Secretary of State Rubio continues to testify and spar with Democrats at a Senate hearing over the Iran conflict now, Homeland Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen is getting ready to face off with Democrats at another hearing in 3 hours as they demand immigration enforcement reform. He'll also likely be asked about a detention facility for those here illegally in New Jersey that's faced days of angry ICE protests.
Newark Mayor Raz Baraka is urging the federal government to close 1,000-bed ICE facility Delaney Hall. He says the city has already initiated legal action against Geo Group, the private company running the facility, and says the lawsuit may be expanded unless city officials are allowed to inspect it.
This is not a federal facility. These are not federal grounds. This is a private facility, private workers, and they're subject to state and municipal laws.
Newark police are now taking the lead on public safety outside the facility. Homeland Security officials have denied allegations of the hunger strike and inhumane living conditions. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Another sophisticated cross-border drug tunnel has been found in California.
Literally right under the third busiest border crossing in the U.S., outside San Diego. And if you drove by, this is what you'd see, a department store. But in a back room, under a tile floor, a secret hatch, down a ladder and a set of stairs, a tunnel long as 2 football fields with lights, a full ventilation and rail system with an electric cart to run pallets of cocaine from a house in Tijuana to the U.S. side.
Fox's William LaJeunesse also reports
a ton of cocaine worth some $45 million.
That was seized by drug agents. On Wall Street, we're seeing gains now on top of yesterday's record high closings. The Dow is up 88 points. The NASDAQ is gaining 41. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
This is Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction. Auctions are such a fun and easy way to buy real estate. We've got lots coming up. Don't miss out on this one.
Build your dream home on 12.8 beautiful acres right on John Bragg Highway in Murfreesboro. This prime land features an approved soil site, excellent road frontage, and utility water and electricity ready to go. Bid live on Saturday, June 6th at 10 a.m. Details now at maplesrealtyandauction.com.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Sold by Maples Realty and Auction.
I've got pests, bees, buzzing rodents running all through my house. Ants chewing wood, and look, there's a mouse. I'm overrun with pests, but you're gonna be sure, safe and secure. It's the last rites for those pests. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, and here are some of the top stories impacting Rutherford County on your Rutherford Roundup for Tuesday, June the 2nd, 2026. Rutherford County families are being encouraged to include their pets in emergency planning as the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency recognizes June as Pet Preparedness Month. TEMA Director Patrick C. Sheelan says families should not have to make critical decisions about their animals in the middle of a crisis. With flash floods, severe summer storms, power outages, and sudden evacuations all possible during the summer months, officials say preparation now can make a major difference later. Through its Ready, Set, Pet initiative, TEMA is urging residents to build Pet Go kits with food, water, medicine, vaccination records, and updated identification. Tractor Supply Company is also partnering with the state for a community day on June 27th with its stores in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and across Tennessee, helping connect pet owners with emergency resources. Meanwhile, Riverdale High School is turning to a familiar name to lead its baseball program. School officials have named Wayne Kendrick as the Warriors' new head coach, following the retirement of Barry Messer. Kendrick played at Riverdale from 2001 to 2003 before continuing at Middle Tennessee State University and later being drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. Kendrick has spent nearly 2 decades coaching in Middle Tennessee, including time at Riverdale and Christiana Middle School. Principal Tamara Blair says he understands Riverdale's culture and cares deeply about student athletes. Murfreesboro is remembering a football legend after Raymond Emmett Berry died last Monday, May 25th, at his home. He was 93. Berry, a former Baltimore Colts wide receiver and New England Patriots head coach, moved to Murfreesboro with his wife Sally in 2004. Berry grew up in Texas, played at Southern Methodist University, and was selected by the Baltimore Colts in the 20th round of the 1954 NFL Draft. Despite poor eyesight, a spinal condition, and limited speed, he built a Hall of Fame career through precision and discipline. He created 88 different moves to get open, wore custom sunglasses to reduce glare, and made homemade sweatbands to keep his hands dry. Alongside quarterback Johnny Unitas, Berry won 2 NFL championships, led the league in catches 3 times, and retired as the NFL's all-time leading receiver. He later coached across the league and led the New England Patriots to Super Bowl 20. Meanwhile, Rutherford County residents are also looking back on a much different headline from 1 year ago, when Ed the Zebra escaped near Christiana. Drivers spotted him running alongside Interstate 24 near the Buchanan Road exit, launching a 6-day adventure that spread across social media and around the world. The saga ended when rescuers found Ed near Buchanan Estates, secured him safely, and airlifted him by helicopter to an animal trailer. Afterward, owners Taylor Ford and Laura Ford said that they would no longer keep zebras, hoping Ed could be cared for by professionals at a zoo or a wildlife park. Downtown Murfreesboro will soon offer visitors a hands-on look at the nation's earliest days as Linebaugh Public Library hosts the American Revolution Experience from June 3rd through June the 10th. The National Travel Exhibit, created by the American Battlefield Trust and the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution, uses display panels, digital kiosks, illustrations, artifacts, and first-person accounts to highlight patriots, loyalists, women, Black and Native participants, and international allies. The library, located at 105 West Vine Street, will also hold an opening night celebration at 5 p.m. on June 3rd. Dr. Amy Sayward of Middle Tennessee State University will present Swamps, Swords, and Sovereignty, focusing on the South's role in the Revolution. Families can also take part in a patriotic scavenger hunt, colonial games, revolutionary bingo, and summer reading program events tied to America's 250th anniversary. Another long-running Murfreesboro tradition is also back in the spotlight, as Movies Under the Stars continues its nearly 80-year legacy of free outdoor films. The summer series runs from June 1st through July 25th, with movies starting at dark at Barfield Crescent Park, Cannonsburg Village, Siegel Soccer Park, and the Fountains at Gateway. The tradition began in 1947 with Hollis Harris, a former Princess Theater projectionist and Murfreesboro Parks and Recreation's first employee. His mobile projector, neighborhood screenings, and homemade films help turn summer movie nights into a uniquely Murfreesboro community tradition. That's all for now. For updates on these and many more local news stories, be sure to check out our website, wgnsradio.com. You can also follow us on social media at News Radio WGNS on Facebook, as well as X. If you're enjoying the show, please leave a rating or a review on Spotify and iTunes, a comment on YouTube, or share it with a friend. I'm Dalton Barrett for News Radio WGNS, part of your Good Neighbor Network. And I'll talk to you later.
You've probably never heard of Lancaster, Tennessee. It's where I grew up on our family's farm.
Now tell them the whole story, John.
That's Chelsea, my wife. And what she means is I'm the 8th generation to grow up on our farm in Smith County.
And our boys make generation number 9.
I grew crops on this land, and I grew 2 great businesses.
Now John's growing a movement in his campaign for governor.
Tennessee needs a governor with CEO experience, someone tough like Trump.
Even President Trump tells people John is fantastic, and he really is.
President Trump makes tough decisions. That's what CEOs do, and it's what I'll do as governor. With our cities booming and people moving into our state like crazy, our governor will have to make tough decisions to keep Tennessee conservative.
A CEO who's tough like Trump. Yep. That's what we need, even if I am a little biased.
I'm John Rose. I'm asking for your support.
Pretty good for a farm boy, isn't it? Paid for by John Rose for governor.
This is News Radio WGNS, Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, we've got some Braves baseball for you tonight. The Braves return home to take on Toronto after having the day off yesterday.
Now, it's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update.
The road trip is done. Braves 4-2 on the 6-game road trip, including 2 of 3 from the Cincinnati Reds over the weekend. Ronald Acuna Jr., he finally caught fire. Over the last 4 games, he's hit 5 home runs, including Sunday, his 39th career leadoff home run. Jorge Mateo on fire as well. 2 home runs over the final 2 games in Cincinnati.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Mateo rips it high in the air, deep left field, to the wall. Forget about it.
On to tonight, Truist Park is the location. Kevin Gausman is the opponent for the Blue Jays. Mostly 4-seamer and a splitter. Of course, the former Brave doesn't walk a lot of people, top 3% in walk percentage. Bryce Elder going for the Braves. He's 4-3, has a 2.50 ERA. Last time out, though, was not his best outing. Hopefully, he gets back on the winning track tonight. Ford leadoff show at 6. First pitch between the Braves and the Jays, 7:15 from Truist Park. You can hear all of it on the Braves Radio Network.
This is Pastor Nikki Ajapong, lead pastor of Holy Hill Chapel.
Here are sermons on WGNS Sunday night at 7:30.
Our sermons are loaded with the keys of the kingdom. If you don't have the keys, you'll be stranded.
Visit Holy Hill Chapel, tn.org to hear our podcast.
This is Chip Walters, and you're listening to Rutherford County's Blue Raider station.
Yeah, we got them. MTSU Sports on WGNS, AM, FM, online.
Discover hidden treasures at the Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street in Murfreesboro. Whether you're searching for stylish clothing, sturdy furniture, or even large appliances, we've got them all at prices that you'll love. But here's the best part. 100% of your purchase supports Greenhouse Ministries, serving over 70 families a day. Your shopping dollars go straight back into the community, making a real impact. Shop smart and give back at the Garden Patch Thrift Shop on Spring Street in Murfreesboro.
It's June 2nd, and this is your Fox Daily Snapshot. Today is National Rocky Road Day. Go ahead, indulge in 2 scoops of this delicious ice cream treat featuring nuts, mini marshmallows, and chunks of semi-sweet chocolate. Also on this day in 1979, Pope John Paul II becomes the first pontiff to visit a communist country. Millions of people line the streets of Warsaw as the Pope began his 9-day trip to his native Poland. If you've been to a wedding, you've heard this. Felix Mendelssohn's Wedding March is used at a wedding for the first time in 1847, but it was the wedding of Victoria, Princess Royal, and Prince Frederick William of Prussia in 1858 that made the work world famous. American singer-songwriter, guitarist Bo Diddley died on this day in 2008 at the age of 79. I'm CJ Papa, and that's your Fox Daily Snapshot.
If you want to get some barbecue, I'll tell you how to do it. Head for the Slick Pig and you're into it. Just walk through the door at 1920 East Main and your nose will send a message right to your brain. Say, smells good. And barbecue. Slick Pig. We got ribs and beans. Got spicy wings. Slick Pig.
A Murfreesboro tradition. 1920 East Main.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Seattle Mariners won their 7th straight game, a 10-inning win over the Mets 3-2. Arizona hit 3 home runs and beat the Dodgers 4-1. Colorado with a run in the top of the 9th down the Angels 9-8. Texas was a 2-1 winner at St. Louis. It was Minnesota 9-6 over the White Sox, who had won 5 straight. Miami ended a 5-game losing streak, winning at Washington 7-3. Kansas City ended a 6-game skid with a 9-2 decision at Cincinnati. It was Milwaukee 16-2 over San Francisco, and the Tigers hit 3 straight homers in the 3rd inning, went on to win 10-9 at Tampa Bay. At the Women's College World Series, Texas and Texas Tech each won twice to advance to the finals. The LA Rams acquired defensive end Myles Garrett from the Browns. The Patriots traded for wide receiver A.J. Brown. In the NHL, Vancouver's new head coach, promoted from the AHL, is Manny Malhotra.
When it comes to your child's health,
you want care that's close, convenient,
and centered around the needs of your family.
At MMC Pediatrics, we're more than just doctors.
We're partners in your parenting journey.
Here for every growth spurt,
for every boo-boo,
every fever, and every flu.
Our team approach means that your child always sees someone that knows them.
We are MMC Pediatrics.
We are right beside you.
Every step of the way.
Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And Rutherford Issues is powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. When it comes to critical updates, MTE wants you to know right away. So make sure that you have your info current. Just log on to mte.com and verify your phone number and your email address, and they'll take care of it for you out there. Easy peasy, no problems. We're talking with Steered Straight 2, Furniture and Thrift, and Steered Straight, and Jennifer Sanchez, and she's watching me fight computers today. So that should be a superhero of some kind, you know, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. Fighting anything electronics, oh my goodness.
It seems to be my life. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still fighting it. So, yeah. But you don't have to fight gremlins like that, do you?
No, my computer likes to be a butthead every once in a while. So I have to do a little bit of like social media and electronic stuff. And yeah. That's right. I'm like, Saturday's husband, I need you to come in.
Oh.
I need you to fix something.
He gets calls into action somehow.
Yeah, he does. But then he just looks around the store too and finds something he wants to buy. So it's not like, it's not a huge... It's still a win-win. He loves computers, so he loves doing all that. So it's not, he doesn't fight it. He loves it. He loves the figuring it out. So
what's wrong with him?
I don't know. He is my own personal nerd. He is. He loves it.
I wish I loved it because I seem to deal with it every day. Mm-hmm. But when you obviously do something that you love to do. Mm-hmm. You seem to have a lot of fun running the store and doing all those things and finding deals and help people find treasures and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, I love it when people come in and asking us, do we have this or that? And then it's the racking of the brains, and you're like, and it's so funny how just the world works when you speak it out there. Because I had a girl come in, not like maybe 2 weeks ago. I collect stamps. Do you have any stamps? I'm like, oh gosh, girl, I have not seen any like stamp books or anything like that. I'm probably good over a year. Sure enough, that following week.
You got stamps?
Oh, we got stamps. Oh my gosh. Like we got baskets worth of stamps. I'm like, that woman, if I only knew, I would have taken her name and number. But that's just, it's so funny how somebody comes in looking for that one thing or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I have seen it. It's been a long time. Probably it's been a couple of years since I've last seen it. And sure enough, it's like the next day or the next week. And you're like, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So it does happen that way too. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, I got baskets right now of stamps.
I didn't even know that was still a thing.
Yeah, they're pretty old. We have a lot of like 1 centers too, so it's pretty cool. I mean, it was fun just like looking through all of it and like looking up like what are they worth or whatnot. It's, you know, what are they going for out there, which is not too much. Sure. I think people who, if they get stamps now, I think she wanted to decorate. So she wasn't collecting to get because she wanted whatever the value was. She wanted to decorate something with it, which I do see. I mean, that's kind of the vintage. That's kind of how that rolls in that sense too. A lot of people want a certain thing, and it's not because of what value it might actually have. It's because of how cool it looks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you have had some strange things come in over the years, though, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had another weird ask was, do we have any handcuffs?
Oh.
That was an interesting one. And sure enough, lo and behold, probably a couple months later, there came in some handcuffs. No key, nothing to do, but I guess I'm like, well, I guess it can be on someone's display, I guess. So another weird one. I guess weird is all in the mind of the beholder. So it's kind of like we've had some really, really interesting, somebody donate, a storage unit, family member passed away. They did not want to look. They did not care. They wanted it gone. So we took everything out of that storage unit and we got some sterling real silver dollhouse pieces. So like a chair, a table, dollhouse sizes, and they were all real silver.
Oh, wow.
And I just took that to my silver and gold guy and said, how much can you get me? Because there's no way in the thrift world I could definitely get, unless I went to like market with that.
Sure.
So, because I got a good pretty penny for it. So
really?
Because it was dollhouse, real silver. I mean, it was crazy. So, and I did call around on that one because I'm like, gosh, this has got to be worth something. Maybe in a bigger city, I probably could have done better. If I was like a real like antique store, I probably could have done better. But I just sold it for what the silver was worth. So
some of the are there people who go to thrift stores just to see if they could find the next biggest thing and sell it for a lot of money? I mean,
yeah.
Kind of like those storage wars with storage facilities you mentioned.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've got a lot of people who are just they're sellers. They come in, and you can always tell who they are. And there's a few of them that I just recognize because they're friendly people, and I don't mind them coming in either.
Yeah.
So they'll come in because they've got a vintage booth somewhere, or they've got a store somewhere, so they want to fill up that little that nick of the corner or whatever. And so because again, I'm not gonna gouge anybody being a thrift store, so I'm still gonna have thrift store prices. But that is the fun part because I love antiquing. And I've gone to our local antique stores and I have found our stuff there. And I sold it there was a dish and it was pink and white, and I sold it for $15. And I found it at an antique booth for $65. I was like, dang, girl, all right, well, if you think so. So I mean, there is that. Like I know, like I knew the dish was worth something, but I'm obviously not going to be the $65 worth because of who we are. But a reseller came in, saw the worth, figured it out, and now she had it, and sure enough, I saw it in her booth like a week and a half later for $65. So,
well, I guess with things like that, you would have to really know know your stuff to be able to see it in the wild, if you will.
Yeah.
And purchase it and know
what is it? Yeah.
What's it worth? And
you always kind of wonder, like I love the antique. I love antiquing too, but there's just some things I just look at and be like, I'm patient. I'll wait. It'll come in my store one day. Like, I'm just like, I'm not spending $50 on that. That's okay. It's gorgeous. I love it, but I've got patience.
What's the saying? Someone's trash is another's treasure, you know?
It is.
So.
And it's so true. Like right now we've got somebody donated their entire collection of Star Wars stuff. And I mean like oodles and bins of Star Wars stuff. And so we're properly looking that up. And again, we kind of do a good pricing game where we'll find out where it's selling for like the highest. We figure out what's the lowest. And then we kind of go somewhere not in between it, but like a little bit higher than the lower. So if it's selling on, like if somebody is stupid enough to put it out there for 100, but you also just scroll down 3 pages and see it on there for $20, then maybe we might sell for 25.
I gotcha.
So we figure out our prices that way. So we go online a lot to look at stuff and what's pricing for, but again, we're still going to be in the mindset of thrift. And so it's been fun. It's fun looking up stuff.
Does AI or using that, taking pictures of things, does that help you identify some pieces? Have you done any of that yet?
I don't. Well, we use an app called Lens.
Okay.
And that helps identify what the object is, because a lot of times we might not know what something is. And so it'll identify the object for us, and then it'll give us the price range on what it's going for in different like eBays and like different markets that are selling out there. So I'm not using so much AI for that. I just go to an app that I'm using that helps me identify it that way. So I'm sure AI is in there somehow, some way. But
I think that was like early on. Google's Google Lens was kind of an early entry into that, just to kind of help identify stuff. But I mean, I would think if you're not a Star Wars person, how are you going to know what the collectibles are in that, you know? So you have to have some help sometimes.
I do. And we do. And I've got everyone trained to use that. So if we get some stuff in that's interesting looking, a little bit odd, it's got some character to it. And with especially this collection of Star Wars stuff that we got, I was like, nope, we're looking each piece up. So, we were amazed. We're amazed. And we've sold some really good pieces. I mean, I sold something for $90 that I was like, well, maybe it might stick around for a minute. Nope. It was gone by the 3rd day.
Is that right?
So I was like, okay, well, I guess I did price that well.
So Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift is on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, the old Mercury Boulevard, right across from where Roses used to be back in the day, for all of you old timers that have been around here, near the intersection with Middle Tennessee. And Steered Straight 2 Furniture and Thrift, the reason you have the store is to help support the ministry of Steered Straight and what Michael does out in the communities, and everybody else who's speaking now too.
Yeah, absolutely. So he and his team, they go to schools throughout the United States, and they talk to the students and teachers about drug and alcoholism, suicide and bullying and vaping. And the other people who go out and speak too, they'll speak on their life stories too. And so it's everyone who's a speaker has gone through something. So it's not like me, for example, like I could give you statistics on everything, but I can't give you a life experience, like my own personal experience. So I don't think my own testimony would actually hit home as well as somebody who actually went through it, like Michael and his team. So everyone who speaks on the behalf of Steered Straight, they've gone through something. They've gone through the addiction. They've gone through whatever that might look like, or even suicide. Like they thought about the suicide and attempted it. So everybody on his team has experienced something, or very personal. I know one particular speaker, it's their kid. So like their kid did drugs and they did commit suicide. So there is speakers like that too. So it's more closer to home, where like somebody like me, I can tell you the statistics of everything, and I can tell you some other personal stories, but it wouldn't work as well being obviously personal. So they go out and they talk to students and teachers, and they even go into prisons. They do a prison ministry with it also, because majority of people who are in prison, they've got kids at home. So it's like, well, do you want to change your life around so your kid doesn't end up here?
Yeah.
So they do quite a bit.
So with it being June and July and summer here, really, is it slower at all? Or I mean, some schools are year round too.
It is. And so it is, I would say more towards the end of June going into July, because there's definitely 2 weeks in July, maybe even 3 weeks in July, that everything's just completely like steered straight. The ministry part is actually completely closed down because there's just nobody to really call. And even teachers are off too, except for there's like that few year-round schools, but we've probably already have talked to them and booked them or whatever that might look like, because that's such a small percentage that is out there right now. But there are schools right now, and then he'll also hit up a lot of parent academies. So he'll still get out there, or his team will get out there, and they'll talk to just teachers in general. He's even gone to police stations and stuff like that too. So anybody who's willing to listen, he'll talk to.
Yeah.
So yeah. So he does well. I would say himself, though, is, obviously slowed down a little bit too, just with the cancer and everything. They do want him to be a little bit more aggressive with treatment and stuff. So that is taking a little bit more of a toll here and there. And that's where the speakers will step in and stuff like that. So.
Well, that keeps the ministry going. It keeps the speakers out and trying to make an impact. And so your donations make an impact as well. And it's summertime. People are thinking vacations. They're not thinking about, no one's ever said summer cleaning. It's spring cleaning, right? Yeah. But if you've had yard sales, if you've got things hanging around, you would certainly love any donations, right?
Absolutely. And of course, with all this rain, I mean, that's what I did. I did cleaning yesterday. I was like, no, I'm taking this. No, I'm taking that. So when you get stuck inside cleaning because it's raining outside and you can't be in the yard, like I like to be in the yard. So that happens too. But yes, even, if you do have a yard sale or garage sale that you've got lined up here in the next couple of weeks, give me a call. We can come out and pick up your leftovers also. We do pickups on Wednesdays. So you're always more than welcome to give us a call at 615-896-5730 because we can get those leftovers for you. But we're typically scheduled a couple weeks out. So if you know you've got something scheduled, call me in advance so that we can get it, get out to your house that Wednesday and pick up those leftovers for you. Yeah. Or if you just don't want to deal with it and you want to get it right to our store, bring it on in. So we're closed on Mondays, but we're Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6 for donations. And we are open on Sundays also for donations from 11 to 4.
Okay. And that's just in the rear of the store, right?
It is, yeah.
You want to drop those off?
Yeah.
In just a few weeks, Father's Day.
I know. I'm excited. We've already got the Father's Day front all set. We do love changing out our themes. And so right now we figured all the little dad things out, the little quirkiness, fishing poles and beer steins and all the fun dad t-shirts that we've got up front too. So we've had a lot of fun kind of hoarding and holding back a few dad things. So now that's all on the floor. So we've got our dad display going on.
So just come on by, I guess, right?
Yeah, and of course, he wants you to save.
Yes.
To save your money. Dads want you to be frugal and be smart with your money. Absolutely.
Dads would do that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Dads do that.
Yeah. And just real quick for those guys who say, I don't like to go shopping, but you've got sections of the store that they would love.
Oh, they would. Our media section, guy and girl, they love it. They love our media section. And then we've got a whole back of the store with our electronics and everything that's just like picker's paradise. I mean, it's just, if you really love like intricately going through shelves and looking through things, I have a whole section for you on that too. But yeah, I mean, we got, guy clothes and jeans and tops and all that fun stuff. Lots of ball caps. So yeah, I feel like we do a pretty good job being equal there.
A picker's paradise. I like that.
Yeah, that's what I just call the back area because I tend to ignore it because I think it drives me a little crazy because it is a little bit more chaotic than I